There. All right, Ms. Schumacher, our next person up is Patti Belle.
Hi, is my video not showing? There we go.
We have a P. There you are.
I got it.
All right, Ms. Belle, we have a 2-minute opening statement time, and then we'll have 5 minutes, about 2 minutes, and a 30-second wrap.
Okay, sounds good. Should I go ahead and start? I missed what you said.
When we give you the go, you'll have your 2 minutes, but I just want to apologize in advance if I cut you off. We're trying to make it fair, kind of like an athletic deal where everybody gets the same amount of time. So the next 2 minutes is yours.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Mayor, Deputy Mayor, and Council members for the opportunity to interview this evening. My name is Patti Belle. I'm a Washington native who grew up in Port Orchard, then attended PLU and stayed on this side of the bridge ever since. I remember coming to Lakewood before it was Lakewood. As a child, I would come to McCord to pick up my grandfather after flying in, and in later years as a college student to shop and get some great international food. It's been amazing to see how Lakewood has grown. Almost 3 years ago, my husband, daughter, and I started to look for our forever home. Consistently, Lakewood kept checking off all the boxes: convenient retail, walkable neighborhoods, parks, events, access to different transportation. The list kept going. And we did buy in Lakewood, and a nice addition to our move was that my parents recently decided to give up the bridge, and they now call Lakewood home. Currently, I work in the mayor's office in one of the largest cities in the state. I manage a national award-winning communications team that produces and designs content for video, photography, online, and all of our social channels. We support the mayor, city council, and 10 city departments. My leadership and organizational skills and creative skills are flexed daily. I've served on boards and committees that range from diversity and equity issues to how to better connect communities with local cable franchises. I'm currently serving my second appointment on the Lakewood City Arts Commission, and I love it. It's been an engaging space with other local leaders, all who want to continue to elevate Lakewood. I'm ready to continue my community service by serving on the Lakewood City Council. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to put my skills and experience to work for my neighbors and community.
Thank you. And for our first question, we have Councilmember Brandstetter.
Good evening, Ms. Belle. What skills, talent, or diversity of background would you bring to the City Council?
Sure, I just went over a few things that talk about my skills and talents, and my diversity of background is vast. As a Mexican woman married to a Black man from Brooklyn, raising a biracial daughter, my family looks like a Lakewood family. I have an extensive background in communications and media while working in government, and I will bring a perspective to the council that understands how important our communication with residents and stakeholders is, and how that impacts all aspects of life in Lakewood. And having been a public servant for many years in a staff capacity, I also understand the difference between the role of a legislator and the role of staff, and how that partnership is essential for accomplishing our goals. Over the course of my career, I have come to value the power of collaboration, assuming good intent, and working with others in good faith to advance shared goals while being open to deliberation and compromise. I'm not someone that's going to come in and try to shake things up, but I'm also not someone that wants to be a fly on the wall. My background has taught me that to get things done, and in this case, to improve the lives of our residents and the quality of our community, you need to be a team player.
Thank you. Our next question comes from Ms. Moss.
Thank you. Ms. Belle, my question to you is, how would the aforementioned attributes help you be an effective council member from day one?
Sure. So I'm ready to hit the ground running because of over a decade of experience as a leader in local government. That background gives me a distinct advantage and perspective on how government departments and policy work and how they intertwine in long-term goals and also in day-to-day operations. There would be no need for a learning curve or a honeymoon stage. I'm ready to be a team player and effective council member on day one. I've worked with people that come from all kinds of cultural backgrounds, ages, abilities, and perspectives. And I know that one of my strengths on the council would be bringing people together, building consensus, and moving Lakewood forward. I'm the candidate who works with the mayor, city council members, and staff daily to deliver results to our residents. I know how government works, what is possible, what falls into our area of responsibility, and what to expect and how to move forward. This is an unmatched experience, means that Lakewood residents get 7 effective, hardworking, knowledgeable city council members on my first day.
Thank you.
We now move to Councilmember Bulkey.
Ms. Belle, what is your vision for the city of Lakewood?
Sure. So when I think about my vision for Lakewood, I think about how we want our city to be described to friends or family when residents tell them about the place they live. I want them to be honest and to be genuinely proud to tell people about Lakewood and to invite them to come to visit or relocate. I want Lakewood to be a place for everyone. That means safe and vibrant neighborhoods, an economic development plan to recruit a wide variety of jobs for a wide variety of residents, and a place where residents and businesses feel connected, not just to each other, but to community we choose to call home. So making that happen starts with telling Lakewood's story on a regional, state, and national level. By more strategically and effectively telling our story, we can share all the good things that are happening in our community, our plans for the future, and to put Lakewood on the map as a place where residents and businesses want to call home. And as people and companies start flocking to Lakewood, we need to share that good news and those success stories. Lakewood's government is what I call a humble servant. They do a great job in serving and providing, but they don't tell the story or brag about the success and the positive growth. We need to do a little bragging, and that will in turn into a recruitment tool for us. I know that we're competing for airtime to tell our story. We have to get creative, innovative, and then commit to a long-term plan with metrics to measure our success. I'm prepared to work with my colleagues on the City Council to continue to make investments in how we communicate in order to attract and retain residents and businesses so that we can work toward a vision for Lakewood as a thriving and safe community with strong public services and amenities that everyone can enjoy.
Thank you. Question number 4 comes from Councilmember Farmer.
Good evening, Ms. Belle. So what are the top 3 priorities that you think the City Council should focus on in 2021?
Sure. So first and foremost, I really think that we need to ensure that we guide our community through a successful recovery from the impacts of the pandemic. And that starts with a focus on our capabilities in regards to public safety, economic development, and communication. If these are our priorities, we'll get there and expand what's possible in Lakewood. Overall, these priorities are at the core of everything that we do, and they're also in line with the Council's current goals and priorities. I would like to advocate for organizations like the Washington Military Alliance to come back into being, and the State Department of Commerce restoring a position for defense industry. This can ensure off-base jobs for Lakewood in defense, tech, and manufacturing. Another really big thing I would love to support and advocate for would be tax increment financing. 40 other states have implemented some form of increment financing. And as we look to help our economy recover from COVID, now is the time for Washington to join those states. Lakewood is prime for development and redevelopment. But these areas remain vacant and blighted because significant public infrastructure is needed, such as utility extensions, sewer plant expansions, environmental remediation, and so much more. Increment financing would be a win for Lakewood's economic growth. And making public safety a priority means investing in programs that help those that are vulnerable in our community, supporting our social services, and supporting our police department. Public safety ties into so many aspects of life, and I believe the role of the council is to support the work the city staff is doing to achieve the success in this area. And I was personally very interested in the Build Your Better Here campaign, and I want to see what it can become when it builds more momentum. By advocating for the use of lodging tax funds, we can expand and grow the campaign. And when we empower our communicators and ensure that they have the resource they need to get feedback from results, increase turnout at community events, answer their questions, and address their concerns, we'll build trust for our residents as well as our partners, which we can then leverage to deliver results and improve the quality of life for everyone that calls Lakewood home.
Thank you. And for the final question, we have Deputy Mayor Whalen.
Good evening, Patty. Good to see you.
Nice to
As you know from the questions, this is kind of the sales pitch, given the number of well-qualified candidates we have. So why Patti Belle? Why now?
So I have roots here. I am proud to be raising my family in Lakewood, and I have the experience that's needed to give back and contribute to the initiatives, the policy, the programs, and the services that our city provides. With my professional background as a communicator and local government leader, there won't be a steep learning curve with me. And I'm passionate about Lakewood, about improving the lives of our residents and reaching our potential. I'm not a perennial politician or an opportunist. I'm only in this to serve my neighbors and help make Lakewood an even more better place. And I'm not the kind of person that's going to throw a wrench into things when I don't get my way. My desire is to help guide our community through this really difficult time so that we can recover and come back stronger. I'm ready to serve as your colleague on the Lakewood City Council and to work with you all collaboratively and in good faith to continue the great work you've already begun.
Thank you. And the effective communicator you are, you have gone through the questions answers more effectively than anyone time-wise. But you have 30 seconds to wrap up and give us your final pitch.
I would love to. So when I saw this position open up, I felt like something was telling me that this is what I was meant to do in this moment. I've had the opportunity to work as a public servant for many years, but I know that I'm ready to take the next step, and I'm committed to making this a priority. My philosophy of public service is that we can always do more and be better for the families that choose to live here. I appreciate you all, and I thank you all for serving our community, and I'm ready to get to work and build a better here in Lakewood.
Well, thank you for taking the time to be with us tonight. We appreciate your participation, and we even more greatly appreciate your willingness to step forward to serve your community.
Thank you.
Thanks again for joining us.
Thanks.